My name's Dan O'Neill, and I'm a chronic pain patient, and being a chronic pain patient is something I never thought I would say that I am, but I was a contractor in the state of California and the state of Oregon. And basically, to support my family, I built things with my hands, and I did a very good job of it and loved my work. And anybody that doesn't believe that their life can be changed in the blink of an eye is absolutely, very much misunderstanding what it's all about. And my message to everyone would be, my life changed in a second, January 16th, 2003, after lifting a table saw the wrong way. I'm a journeyman. I mean, I've been doing this 30 years. Things don't happen to us, right? Wrong. My back popped, and at that point in time, I went down and I couldn't get up. It hurt so bad, and the pain stayed with me continually, 24/7, and still is with me to this day. But I have learned how to manage it through a multi-level of things that I've been through. I've been through treatments that most people have never even heard about. Finally, the insurance companies went around and around, and they approved a device called a intrathecal pain pump for me. And it takes a lot of thinking, a lot of research on your own and soul searching whether or not you want to have this foreign object implanted in your body, because this isn't something that you take lightly. You
Correct.
Don't just have it put in today and taken out tomorrow, because it's a matter of, they're not going to do that. Once it's inside you, it's in there for life.
Do you want me to describe about a little bit what these devices are like? Intrathecal pain pumps are usually used. I know for you, you had gone through everything and hadn't found the relief you needed.
Right.
And these pain pumps, which is basically an infusion of usually an opiate medication,
Correct.
Directly into your spinal fluid, in your
Correct.
spine. So the medication is delivered directly there, and it is hooked to a pump, which infuses the medication on a continuous basis. So hopefully eliminating some of the need for, I'm sure, a lot of the oral medications you had to take.
Right.
And hopefully, I, from what I understand, has given you somewhat of your life back.
The quality of life has changed drastically
Right.
because of this pump, this medical device inside me. It's wonderful.
Now, Dan, when you first contemplated having this done, I know usually a trial period is done. What happens is a temporary catheter is put into the patient's spine, and we do a temporary infusion of medication. Is that what you had done to see if it would work before you went for the full implant of the pump?
I did.
Okay, and that worked well for you?
It worked really well.
Okay. Did they, what were some of the things you were told to look out for at that time?
Well, basically, it was, first of all, when you're in the hospital and they give you something that actually does take away the pain and gives you some relief, and then they take it away from you, it's like taking away candy from a baby almost.
Right.
It's like, you don't feel any kind of euphoria or anything like that. You just feel absolutely like normal again for a period, and then they take it away, and this pain comes back to such a level that you have to go back on your oral meds and then wait to get approved for the actual operation. So I just have to say that it's worth the wait, and yeah, everybody does have to go through the trial. Well, some of the risks are over-medication.
Okay.
And
And what did they tell you to look out for?
well, sleepiness, drowsiness is a big factor.
Exactly.
And if you find yourself becoming drowsy and wanting to sleep a lot, you need to tell your practitioner right away.
Right.
You know, you don't wait
Exactly.
till the next day,
Right.
because the next day might be too late.
Exactly.
The minute you start seeing any signs of itching, rashes,
I know you talked about urinary retention
drowsiness,
also.
urinary retention.
Because the opiates sometimes can have those types of effects,
Right.
especially when they're infused in the initial period.
Correct.
Spinally.
Correct.
And a lot of times those side effects will go over, will stop over time. For people who don't know, Dan, these implanted pumps, they're usually filled on a, monthly, could be tri-monthly. Sometimes people only have to come in every 6 months. That's the beauty of these pumps, I think. And for
Correct.
people like you who don't have to spend their whole life looking at the clock about when to take another pill or when you need a pill. And I think that's one of the great things is we refill these pumps on a basis depending on how fast the medication is infusing. And I know you talked about in the immediate period what to look for, and I'm sure, Linda, your role in that was key. Because I know when we think about putting these devices in, we have to think about, is there someone to bring that person for their refills? Is there someone to be with that person the few weeks in the immediate post-op period to watch them and take care of them? And you do have to, you're a chronic pain patient and you've just had some fairly major surgery. So you have to keep all those things in mind too, that
And
to give yourself time to recover.
And a lot of times they don't think of it as a major surgery. It's just, I'm just having this little device, tucked in. But it is major surgery, and they have a tendency to forget that.
Absolutely.
And think that they can just, because they are feeling better. And there's a little bit of a mental adjustment, because before you even make the decision to have an implant, you go through a lot of psychological evaluations and speaking with counselors and psychiatrists to making sure that you have the mindset. You have to wrap your mind around this device being implanted in you.
And I guess the key message that you pointed out before is any type of problem or side effect, you need to get on the phone with your healthcare practitioner.
Definitely, right away.
Or I know
go to
you
the
have
emergency room.
Right. Or I know you hopefully carry your medical device card around. I know you wear
I
a
do.
medical device bracelet also to alert anyone and to make sure there's always a resource. If not, if your physician, use the 1-800 number on your medical device card to call with any questions.
Yes.
And because, again, you never want to feel like you're alone with these
Right.
devices.
I carry this bracelet, have this bracelet on at all times, and I carry a card in my wallet that tells exactly what to do. If I were to be unconscious, any medic would know what to do. And so you've got to be safe. You've got to understand what's inside of you and how it works.
Absolutely.
He's always been a musician, guitars and keyboards, and he wouldn't touch one because his heart wasn't in it. It would hurt. And so he finally has gotten back to playing his guitar and his keyboards and teaching others, as a release. And those are some things,
It's nice to enjoy life